Your world is not over, honey.
I can only imagine what Kim's going through, and trying to work out things with Reggie is becoming even more stressful. This is not who you are, okay? You were a wonderful girl. God has given you incredible blessings, and you need to appreciate them. You can't let this ruin your spirit.
I just really don't care about my career anymore. I feel like it's cost me my relationship. I don't want to do it anymore.
Close the door before another one will open.
It's only when you allow somebody to become your life that you die. Yes, breakups hurt, but don't allow the pain to make you forget that you're somebody outside of being theirs. If your whole identity was rooted in belonging to them, when they leave, you feel empty because you felt like the purpose of your existence was just to love them. You ask yourself, what is my value if I'm not worth anything to who means everything to me? That is a demonic lie, though. If God specified your existence to only matter if it's interconnected to the person you feel nothing without, He would have made you Siamese twins. You would have been born, joined at the head, literally bonded through your body. So clearly, you're breathing without them. You're seeing without them. The only thing that you're not doing without them is feeling good because you relied your happiness on their presence.
And so you were going to kill yourself. I really didn't want to face the world. I thought this is a failure in my life. I love this man. And I thought I gave the best I had to give. And if that wasn't good enough, then I didn't know what the future would hold. And I really just felt like the easy way out would be to just go away and disappear.
You are not alone in being devastated by a breakup. Halle Berry says she was so devastated by the bust up of her marriage to baseball star David Justice, she decided to end it all. Grabbing her 2 pet shih tzus, Berry marched into the garage of her Los Angeles home, got into her car, and started up the engine. She said, I sat there for a while and could smell the fumes. I felt worthless, like such a failure. I worried, what would people think about my marriage being over? But as she breathed in the poisonous air, Berry began to have second thoughts. She said she's been struggling with suicide ideation for a while. That's when she began praying for an answer and made a very serious pact with God that she would never contemplate taking her own life. Never, ever, ever. She grabbed her pets, fled the fume-filled garage, and never looked back. And that is the key. Don't look back. To think it is an impossibility to live without who you gave your heart isn't the truth. And I'm talking specifically to my BPD baddies. I know you love really strongly and really intensely. So as much as you love that person, it's as much as the pain you feel that you don't have them anymore. But Kim didn't see a life without Reggie, and now she's living a fabulous one without him. There's always another reality to come into fruition, but you first have to let go of what no longer is in alignment to the timeline God has created for you to elevate into.
Yeah.
Hey. They don't really know what to say, you know?
You know what? It is what it is. You're on your own now. So I just felt like it was like literally driving me crazy.
But like, were you worried about my feelings when you broke up with me? When you didn't want this anymore?
Of course I was, duh.
It's the whole year that we were together that now you want to give it a shot? What about the time? That's inappropriate. Don't treat me like I'm a idiot, okay? You don't text other whores that like, what's up still is something. But why would you say what's up unless you had an intention of talking to her and starting a conversation? Okay, look, I don't want to bring up old, but I want you to know that, like, you know, I really love you. Like, I've spent so much of my time with you that, like, there's just all of this resentment right now.
To get personal, my first boyfriend, I didn't speak a sentence without relating it back to him. Like, I was literally in love. I was so in love. And we broke up. And when we did, I felt like that was like This is so unserious. But y'all, I understand the dramatics of feeling like, oh my God, like, if I don't have this person, then you know what? I'm done. Like, what's the point? Like, my will to live was getting to exist with them. And now we're apart. So what am I doing here? I understand that. But, yeah, I wanted to lay in bed all day. I didn't want to write anymore because I was like, I'm only writing to distract myself from my feelings. And it was like I couldn't even escape my feelings because what you create is from your internal world, and a lot of chaos was going on in my mind. So I would still see what I was running from through my art, through my words. It was still relating it back to love I've lost, and I didn't want to think about it anymore.
Walk into the Adidas store, and what do I see? A huge blown up picture of Reggie. It's like, even when I'm trying to forget about him, he's everywhere. It's like, oh, is that a sign?
So I was like, you know what? I just don't want to do nothing. But that's exactly what the devil wants. No bad spirited bitches. Don't be destroyed by anybody. Imagine if Kim decided to conclude her career at Reggie ending things with her. She would not have accomplished anything she has. You have to create your identity outside of the person you're with. So even if they leave, you're not empty because you're fulfilled with your own self. In my book, Angel Energy Only, on Amazon, there's a page that says, be so rooted in your presence that nobody's absent disturbs your peace. And this is so needed because we can't quit on ourselves just because somebody called it quits with us. Like, that's basically you telling God that, okay, you invested all these divine gifts and blessings in me, but because this person doesn't appreciate me, then I mean nothing. A rose doesn't lose its beauty just because someone prefers lilies. Loss can feel like rejection, but it's just a redirection. And walk that path with God, even with a heavy heart. Because one thing about heaven will treat your emotions like a forklift, so the heavy load doesn't weigh you down. No bad spirited bitches, angel energy only. You can live without somebody wanting you anymore. You know, desires are ever changing, so find something else that you would like to attain, and don't let it be triggering the emotion of regret within somebody who left. You know, let them stay gone. You just keep your eyes forward by keeping your eyes on God. You don't need them. You don't need them. And I'm gonna say it again, you do not need them. Stop acting like you need to be important to that person. Meaning something to them isn't your life mission. And if they left like in the way of saying like, okay, basically our whole time together meant nothing, like Reggie just dismissed Kim's feelings and was just like, oh well, you're on your own now, I don't care about you, bye. If they kind of just left in a like haha, you thought that this was actually love type of vibes, but it wasn't, then that's not anybody worth your tears. Like, that's a bad spirited bitch. They want you to feel as if it's your fault that you can't be loved. They want you to feel as if you're not worth anything staying for. And that's just not the truth. No bad spirited bitches, angel energy only. Your heart isn't broken. Your heart has been liberated from loving the wrong person. Amen.
Today, it like all clicked for me, and I'm like, it's over. Like, it's done. I have to move on. I have to accept it. I have to take down all the pictures of my house. I have to move on.
I mean, you need to go through the process. Everyone needs to go through, like, the grieving, sad, whatever.
I think that Kim always was the one who wanted to get married first and have kids, and obviously, you know, you can't plan your life out, and I think Kim needs to embrace that this is where her life is right now.
So don't quit school. Don't lose your career. You know, there's a woman who said, like, when she met a man, she had a big house, but then she ended up in apartments. People who come into your life to decline the quality of it are a bad spirited bitch, and don't allow them to ruin your destiny. because their assignment was just to destroy it. They didn't, they came in as a lover, but ultimately they only formed that closeness to tear you down. No bad-spirited bitches. There's another life to live outside of the person you spent it with. Don't allow heartbreak to end your life. Suicide ideation then becomes an idea that wants to be executed. That's a demonic suggestion. Pray it off of you. Pray it off of you. Pray it off of you. You are not bonded to depression. You are not misfortunate. You're blessed. You're beautiful. And God has something amazing coming for you. So stay around to see it. Even with a heavy pain in your chest, wake up, get dressed. Do not let yourself fade away. No bad-spirited bitches. They want their evil to overwhelm you, but God will not let their evil to overcome you. So don't let your emotions become so explosive that you just shut down entirely. Angel energy only rise above the negativity. Created by Aurelie Soleil.